Five on Your Sideline is sponsored by Sidon Stricker Nobi John Deere.
Welcome into Five on Your Sideline. I'm Corey Miller, and we have a loaded show tonight. Of course, the best hoops highlights in town. We'll feature the youngest hockey star in a St. Louis family dynasty, and we're going to hear more from the latest Baseball Hall of Famer, Scott Rowland. But you know the drill. Highlights first, so let's get to it. Matchup of the night on paper. DeSmet trying to knock Kirkwood from the ranks of the unbeaten in the Parkway West Tourney Championship game. Here's a big reason why Kirkwood's still undefeated. Javaris Moy, he takes care of business all the way to the rim by himself. Spartans can finish at the rim too. That's Tashawn Henton. He gets two the hard way. One-handed finishes do not get much prettier than this, folks. Kirkwood's Kellen Rhymes, absolute beauty of a finish, and Kirkwood gets a beauty of a win to stay undefeated. They beat DeSmet 57-39 for the tourney title. Let's go over the river. Edwardsville at O'Fallon. Big Southwestern Conference tilt at the Panther Dome. Malik Allen kicks things off for Edwardsville. Nice shot right in front of our camera for 3 points. But then it's O'Fallon's turn. They're on the fast break. They get it to Jalen Smith, who's going to be silky smooth on the finish for the Panthers. Definitely a theme tonight of close games, and this one came down to the wire. Here's another three from Allen, and it is the Tigers who come into the Panther Dome. They beat O'Fallon 41-39. It was McBride night at Chaminade as the Red Devils hosted SLU. Some McBride alums in the house. Chaminade rocked the special jerseys. This was a heavyweight back-and-forth battle. First for Chaminade, B.J. Ward catch-and-shoot triple. Fans love it. Then we're going to see Ben Winker with a triple of his own from the corner for McBride. But the Junior Bills were out to ruin McBride night. Cal Crutter sinks the tray. He lets the student section know about it right behind him. Then Jalen Pace converts the nice and one. Big night for the Bills. They go to Chaminade and knock off the Red Devils 72-69. Another great matchup and great finish. Westminster at John Burroughs. And are we playing football or basketball? Check out this awesome play from Evan Montagnan to Kobe Williams, who finishes it off. Oh my goodness, that's the play of the night. Later it's Burroughs. Will Chapman trying to find a teammate. Then he just decides, I'll take it in the lane myself for two. You hear Kobe Williams' name a lot on this program, though, and for good reason. He's one of the best in town. Tough finish for the Wildcats, and Westminster goes on the road to beat Burroughs 53-49 in double overtime. That's a big-time dub. Let's check out a game from last night, and it was a big one, too. Undefeated Alton girls at the Panther Dome to take on a tough O'Fallon girls squad. Everybody can shoot for the Redbirds. This is center Jereus Powers for three, but the Panthers were up to the task. This is Jayla Petty and one. Pat Crowd was fired up. Later on, it's Shannon Dow with an impressive layup of her own. And the Panther fans were happy last night, happier than they were tonight. O'Fallon wins 51-38 to hand Alton their first loss of the season. Hey, how about a shout out to Parkway Central's Oliver Kokol? He's just a junior and scored his 1,000th point in tonight's overtime win over Hazelwood West. 1K and only a junior, he will definitely be moving up that all-time scoring list for the Colts quite a bit over the next year. Things are going pretty well for Mascoutah on the court this season. The boys and girls teams both have visions of deep playoff runs. The girls are off to a 17-7 start, fueled by some veteran leadership. The Indians have 4 seniors who have been playing together for years and years. One of those seniors is Sophia Loden. She's the leading scorer in the area and recently became Mascoutah's all-time leading scorer with more than 1,700 points. Oh, and she also has more than 1,000 rebounds in her career. But Loden is quick to say it's not about her, it's about the team and what they can accomplish this year.
Ever since my freshman year, I can remember like, oh, our senior year is going to be our year. Like our senior year, like this is going to be the best.
You tell them to do something on the floor, you don't have to take a timeout to draw it. And when they play together, they're really good.
It really depends on like how far we push each other. Like if we want to go further, like we need to push each other in practice, we need to push each other in games.
All right, so let's see how Coach Evans and his squad did against a tough Waterloo team tonight. Bulldogs have one of the best scorers in the area, too. That's Nora Gum up and under for 2 points. Then it's Loden doing what she does best, gets the rebound and converts. She doesn't have 1,700 points. She has 1,700 points for a reason. This is a hard-fought battle. It's Sam Lindhorst with the strong finish for Waterloo. But the Indians are too tough at home. Tatum Mashoff nails the three, and Mascoutah hangs on to win 68-63 in overtime. They move to 18-7 now on the season. In St. Louis, the name Dunn means one thing: hockey excellence. From the NHL to the Olympics, the Dunns have put their names on the hockey map all over the country. And the youngest Dunn is charting her own impressive path on the ice. In the Dunn household, hockey is more of a birthright than just a game.
It's everything. It's what I grew up doing. We play on and off the ice. It was competitive. We wanted to compete. We wanted to play any game we could get our hands on, and hockey was just the one that stuck with us.
Joy is the youngest of 6, and being the youngest does come with some benefits.
I get everything I want. The youngest always does, so couldn't complain there.
She also gets the benefit of watching her siblings excel at the highest stage. Brother Josh has reached the NHL, and sister Jinsey competed with Team USA at the Olympics.
Just seeing them being able to do it and like living out their dreams, like, yeah, I want to do that too. I want to live out my dream that I've had since I was a little girl.
And Joy's own dream is off to an impressive start. She kicked off 2023 by captaining the United States U18 women's team to a bronze medal at the World Championships in Sweden. And the honor of being captain is one that wasn't taken lightly.
And they announced my name, and I was in shock. I was like, wait, what? But it was such an honor, not just to wear the jersey in the first place, and then also to get to be captain. I was trying to soak it all in best I could.
A high school senior in St. Louis, Joy is off to Ohio State for college. And after that, possibly a spot on Team USA alongside her sister.
We think that'd be amazing to go on the road and maybe room together, like all those great things. We think it'd be so much fun, but we know the work that it takes to get there, and so we get to do that together as well. So we're just having fun with it together.
And while Joy continues her journey, she's capping off a remarkable Dunn legacy for hockey in St. Louis.
Knowing what we do can affect and help this program grow, because there's a ton of good girls all over that want to just play hockey and enjoy it.
Coming up, we hear even more from the newest Baseball Hall of Famer, Scott Rowland. We'll be right back. Scott Rowland got to add a pretty cool footnote to his signature this week. Scott Rowland, HOF 2023. However, as you might expect, the humble kid from Jasper, Indiana, still doesn't believe it's real. Here's what Rowland had to say about the honor, his time in St. Louis, and how he and his family experienced the moment he got the call.
There was actually never a point in my life that I thought I was going to be a Hall of Fame baseball player. So I think we can start there. I tried to hustle. I tried to play as hard as I can. I tried to play with as much respect for the game and my teammates and the opponents, as well. After the 2004, when we got swept by the Red Sox, I told my wife after that in the offseason, I said, I'm never going to win a World Series because I can't play on a better team than that talent-wise, and certainly a more cohesive team. Like that's as good a group inside the group as you could possibly have, and we got killed. And we come back in 2006, and it changed my mind about a lot of things. We got hot, we kind of backed in, and we got hot and kind of ran the table, and it was pretty impressive there too. When the phone call came and I saw Baseball Hall of Fame on my phone, you don't want to miss the phone call, but you kind of look around like, what just happened? Like, that actually did just happen. Everybody cried. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, that's our family. We're an emotional family, and when we get happy or whatever, I think that's how it comes out. And what he did, you're specifically talking about my son, is it caught him, I think, a little off guard, and he got real emotional. And then the first thing he did, he asked me if I wanted to play catch with him. It's 30 degrees here. It's going to snow about 12 inches tomorrow. And my son and I were in the driveway playing catch, about 10, 15 minutes after we got the phone call before we came over to my brother's. So it's going to be a pretty special one too, I think, when I get to stop and think about it all.
Davidson has been a house of horrors for SLU basketball in recent years, but they were able to expel some demons tonight. Stick around, we'll be right back. It seems impossible, but here's a fact. Before today, SLU basketball had never won on the road at Davidson. Notice how I said before today. Upstart Bills looking to end that drought at Davidson and stay hot in the A-10, and it was a tight game. Let's pick it up late. Here's SLU's leading scorer tonight, Javon Pickett. Tough basket to extend the lead. They turn to him again, up 3, Collins to Pickett. That's a winning combination. Then the reverse, Pickett to Collins with 30 seconds left and a bucket they had to have. SLU gets their first win ever at Davidson, 74-70, and are now tied atop the Atlantic 10. You've probably seen by now that Mizzou basketball is going old school for their big game against Iowa State tomorrow. The Block M is back for old Mizzou and Big 12 rival Iowa State. And for Dennis Gates, the uniform tells a story.
I truly feel that that uniform it holds a very special place of connecting our program with our fans, but also the success that we've had at the very, very peak.
Can't wait to see those throwbacks in action tomorrow at Mizzou Arena. That will do it for 5 on your sideline tonight. I'm Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.
Five on Your Sideline was sponsored by Sideline Stricker Nobi John Deere.